Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited about tonight. I'm so excited about you guys joining us tonight. We're actually in the process of cross streaming so we can make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to come on with us tonight. We are just so excited about what's going to happen tonight. I'm excited about this closing out this Cost of Commonality, this session with the Cost of Commonality. I believe that tonight is going to be a night of reckoning. I believe that we're going to pull some things in. I believe that tonight we're going to learn some things about ourselves, and we're really going to shift. I'm excited about the dialogue. I'm excited about the direction this is going in. I'm excited about the dynamics. And so all of you guys, I need everybody to do me a favor. And listen, if y'all know people that need to get on, I'm talking about we going in. Y'all know how it is when it's like the last night of a conference and they just like let their hair down. Like, this is what we're doing tonight. And so I try to give everybody just the opportunity to come on in. But if you have people, y'all have y'all's link, send the links out, tell everybody to come out. They're not going to want to miss what we're doing tonight because it's going to be off the chain. And I am past excited about doing it. We were going to try to stream live and just make sure that everybody was able to stream with us. But listen, I'm excited about it. And so whatever you're doing, I'm glad that you took the opportunity to stop and come with us and have this conversation with us again. I'm Dr. Elisa LaShell, the empowerment specialist, and y'all know that my whole objective is to get you positioned to prosper in your purpose. That's what it's all about. How do we get positioned to prosper in our purpose? And each night has been such a dynamic night. Each night has been a night of power. And thank y'all hyping me up in this comment section. I'm here for all of that. And y'all about to see some amazing, beautiful women in just a second. As soon as we really get started in what we're doing tonight, it's going to be it's just going to be a night, I believe, that's really going to help us shift. If you've been enjoying, if this is your first time, let me just do a quick poll. If this is your first time in this conference, put a 2 in the comments. So if it's your first time, I want to know who's showing up for the first time tonight. So okay. So if you've been here all 3 nights and this is your night 3, or if you've been here, even if you had to skip last night or skip one of the nights, put a 3 if you've been here, if you've been a part of this conference. So put a 3. Man, y'all been up in here. That's what I'm talking about. My riders, y'all riding, and I absolutely love it. Doesn't look like we're streaming to Facebook, but I do think we're streaming to YouTube. So that's fine. If you do know people, do me a favor. Why don't you put a post up on your social media and invite somebody to come in? Like, just go on your social media right now, because I don't want anybody to come in late and not be able to get this, because it's streaming live and we're not going to be able to put replays out for a while. And I don't want y'all folks to miss anything. So if y'all can do me a favor, if it's your first night, if you've been here all nights, if you've only been able to make one other night, do me a favor. Everybody, put the link that you got in with, send it to somebody. Tell them, get in here, especially, and this is an offense to the men, but especially if you know another woman, get them in here. I already put my post up and told the people, y'all better come on with us tonight, because we're going to be off the chain tonight. And so we're giving everybody just a little extra time to join us because I don't want anybody to miss it. So let's do a quick recap, and we're about to go in, and I'm about to bring my guest in. And I just believe this conversation, this last night, is going to shift you. So this entire week, this whole prophetic pioneering has been about those of you all that are trailblazers, those of you all that are forerunners, those of you all that feel like you're the first to have to do something, and maybe, and we understand, like I said before, there's nothing new under the sun, but you're the first to do it. So you're first. You're the first to do it for yourself. And so this is something that is for people who are out there moving into a different realm, moving into a different light. And this is, some of you all, if you're saying that you have not been able to see, maybe you can go out and come back in. Some of you all that may be having some issues with sound. So maybe you can go out and come back in. So make sure that we want to make sure that everybody can see and hear. If you are watching, I want you to know that you're going to get a better feedback if you're tuning in from your computer, your laptop, your iPad. Scroll until you see where you can join, because it's going to be off the chain. So some of you are saying you can only see the chat. Um, the chat, okay, some people said they went out and came back in. Good. So I know y'all can see me because y'all been hyping me up since you've been here. But if you're having a problem, because I don't want anybody to miss anything, go in and go out and come back in to make sure that you guys you see everything. Thank y'all. Look at my friends hyping me up. Y'all so great. I love y'all so much. Everybody, listen, my team looks beautiful. I can't wait to pull them up. So again, share, because I'm just trying to give everybody just a little extra time, because y'all not going to want to miss this. I was trying to match my tree. My stylist, Ebony, y'all will meet her tonight. She did this rose gold tree, and I was like, I need to match this tree tonight. This is a special night. We got something real special that we're putting out there. So I wanted to get dressed up. Y'all see it. They've been hyping me up. Listen, my spiritual father came in to start us off Monday night, and he dealt with the pioneer's pain, and he showed us how to push past the pain into our purpose. He told us that pioneers was getting ready to pivot us into prosperity, all that good stuff. And then did not my sis come in and come through last night, Sophia Ruffin, and show out? And when she started talking about the unusual, the extraordinary, the off the wall anointing, and she started talking about the price of the peculiar, listen, y'all saw me. We went to tag teaming and prophesying. It was off the chain. And I just believe every night goes higher and higher. And so even tonight, we're going to have to take it to the next level, because this is what we do. And so I want to go ahead and start. I see y'all coming in. Thank you guys. You must be inviting your people, because the number is getting larger, but you're going to want to get them on. I don't want anybody to miss it. I see y'all. What we are going to do for those of you all that, I'm turning it up a notch. For those of you all that were not able to see all of the nights and did miss some of the nights, we're going to have to wait for all of the replays to come in, and we're going to bundle them up, and we're probably going to put everything on YouTube, and we'll make a big announcement that, listen, the entire Prophetic Pioneering Conference is now available on YouTube. You could just go over to YouTube and watch it. So we're going to make sure that you're going to get the replays. So everybody's been asking about the replays. We're giving y'all the replays. Listen, I'm going to bundle them all up for you. I'm going to put them on YouTube. You can watch them whenever. You can send them to folks. So it's going to be there. So let's deal with, man, my sisters are all on tonight. I get so excited when my friends and fam come in and support. So let's go ahead and get into this as I start, and then I'm going to bring my team in, and then y'all know I'm going to shift into prophetic, and then we have an amazing special announcement for Kingdom Women that we're going to put. Again, as y'all think about women that need to be on, or if you have not already shared this or text this and put it in the group, get your folks on. If you want to take screenshots and post it and tell people that we're in, get them in. If you want to put it in your IG story, listen, do what you got to do. But I don't want y'all to have anybody, even if you have people in your house that know other people, tell them, can you go on your page and tell everybody, here's the link. Can you invite people to come on in, because it's going to be off the chain. So tonight we're dealing with the cost of commonality. Use the hashtag prophetic pioneering. That we're going to talk tonight about the cost of commonality. So let me just break that down. Let me just break up some fallow ground as we talk about why this is about to be so important, the cost of commonality. I've been doing a series for the entire month of November that was called The Evolution of Elevation, the evolution of elevation. And when we start thinking about elevation, we understand that it means that we go from one state to another. I've been teaching that there is a difference between going further and going higher. I need y'all, if you can type that in the comments, there is a difference between going further and going higher. A lot of the times we want to go further, which means that maybe we did something, did a little bit more than we did, or maybe we're a little bit better than we did, or maybe maybe we've gotten past some things, but there is a time and there is a place and there is a moment in our lives where we've got to make a commitment to go higher. We've got to make a commitment to go higher. There is a difference. I see y'all in the comment section between going further and going higher. I'll tell you the example that I used. When you wait, just because you age every single year, you're going to go further. You're going to turn another year older. You don't have to do anything to do that except be alive. Just stay alive. And guess what? You're going to go further. You're going to go further than 20. You're going to go further than 30. You're going to go further than 40. That's where I am. Some of us, we go further than 50. We just keep going. We're going further. But there is a difference. Just because I age does not necessarily mean that I mature. Just because my age says 43, I could still be acting like I'm 13, because the Bible says we have to make a transition. Because when I was a child, there was a way that I acted. There was a way that I carried on. There was conversations that I cultivated. There was atmospheres that I affirmed. But when I grew up, when I matured, when I matriculated into maturity, there were some things, old things had to pass away. And so there's a difference between going further and going higher. When I started elevating, there were some things that, guess what, I had to eliminate. Man, I hope y'all are catching it, because I'm already in the wind. When I started elevating, there were some things that I had to start eliminating. Elevation requires elimination. That's y'all first point. I didn't even know I had it. Elevation requires elimination. When you start going higher, you can't take all of that extra baggage with you. When you start going higher, you start doing this external evaluation and looking to see what's holding you down. If you know, Muhammad Ali said, I want to float like a butterfly so I can sting like a bee. Y'all better catch this. He had to be weightless to be able to stick and move. Listen, I'm trying to help us. We got to get weightless. Listen, somebody should type this. I got to be weightless. Do you know why I know that's biblical? The Bible says, and let us lay aside, I'm already in here, the weight. I got to be weightless. A lot of the reason why we're not evolving into elevation is because we're carrying too much weight. I got to be in this season. I gotta be weightless. What is holding me? What's locking me down? The psalmist said, I was down so low. Wait, that was Drake. But we can be weighted down and we are feeling like, why can't I fly? No, I don't want to float. I want to fly. Y'all better catch me. I don't want to float because I can still see ground level. I don't want to float because that means I'm still in contact with the thing that could take me under. I don't want to float because float is one breath away from drowning. I don't want to float. I want to fly. Man, I'm already in the vein. Are y'all posting and telling folks to come on tonight? Because this is how we're shifting. I've got to be weightless. I need to lay aside the weight. And so when we start thinking about weight, we recognize that if I'm not flying, I opened up a new phrase, and if you're going to copy me, make sure you give me credit. But I've been teaching on this. I've been doing some master classes for 6 and 7 figure business owners this week, and I've been doing conferences for women empowerment. And one of the phrases that I came up with this week is that we've got to eliminate lobby linguistics. I'm going to break that down in just a second. We've got to eliminate lobby linguistics. And so I tell people all the time, you can't have penthouse perspective if you live in the lobby. You can't have penthouse, because that's what I'm trying to get to, right? The penthouse. I'm trying to get to the pinnacle of my purpose. I'm trying to get to the next platform in my prosperity. And so you can't have penthouse perspective if you live in the lobby. And so I noticed that if we're not careful, one of the cost of commonality is that we will develop lobby linguistics. We'll be saying things like, well, that kind of stuff there, that's not for me. Well, I don't see that I can do that. Well, you know what? I'm just going to stay over here in the background because that y'all go ahead and be great. Y'all young folks go do it. Y'all, honey, we're going to just stay. That's lobby linguistics. I can't afford that. Lobby linguistics. That's the lullaby of lack. I'm already in the vein. I don't sing the song of scarcity. I don't have a lack lullaby. We've got to realize that's lobby linguistics. Y'all know it. Listen, my arms out. Blame it on these arms because I'm off the chain tonight. And so blame it on the lobby linguistics. I'm not blaming it on the rain. I'm not blaming it on the alcohol. No, I'm blaming it on lobby linguistics. The Bible speaks about having the language of the learned. And so when we begin to elevate, when we want to be weightless, we need to think about the words that are weighing us down. I'm helping better than y'all in this comment section. We've got to think about the words that are weighing us down. Words like I can't. No, 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 no. Stop saying you can't when the truth is that you won't. Ouch and amen. I'm looking at y'all in the comment section. Stop saying that you can't when the truth is that you won't. Girl, I can't do all that. No, you just won't do all that. I can't afford that. No, you won't afford that. I can't put myself out there. No, you won't put yourself out there. I can't be like that. No, you just won't. Ouch. Oh yeah, it's in the house tonight. I said last night, I had a midnight chat with the ladies last night. And I was saying that we've got to get to the place where I'm calling forth the fruit. I'm calling forth the fruit. And sometimes that creates dissonance that makes us feel agitated. That makes us feel, as one of my mentees say, confronted because I'm calling forth the fruit. You can't be around me, and my team's going to tell you in a minute, you can't be around me and not elevate. You can't be around me and not be cultivated. You can't be around me and be complacent. You can't be around me and facilitate familiar. Oh no, you have to shift. We don't do lobby linguistics up in this house. And so there's a spiritual spanking. Listen, I'm coming through. And so we have to ask the Lord that the eyes of our understanding be enlightened. No, I want penthouse perspective. No, we ought to get tired of looking at trees. Don't y'all remember in the Bible, this man was blind? He was blind. Jesus came along. Y'all better hear me. And Jesus said, listen, okay, let me try to do something. Let me put some dust here, put it in the eye. Now what can you see? Well, I see men, but they look like trees. See, that's the problem. You looking at men and they look funny. They're going to look funny because when you are a pioneer, when you're going out, everything looking strange. You know what Jesus had to do? Jesus had to shift him, move him on the outskirts and spit in his eyes. He was like, wait a minute, you need some intervention. Let me startle you. And then Jesus said something powerful. He said, now look up. Don't look at the men anymore. This second time, look up. The problem has been, we've been looking out, but we need to look up. Man, I feel the wind. You've been looking out, but now it's time to look up. And so if you have lobby linguistics, you see men and they look like trees. They look like they don't like me. They look like they hating on me. They look like they don't appreciate me. Look higher. Man, can somebody just put that in the comments? Look higher. Look higher. I need penthouse perspective. Look higher. And so, as I love to say, this is what tonight is about. It's about the cost of commonality. There is a cost of looking low. Uh-oh, man, here it is. There is a cost for looking too low. I'm going to say it again. Drake said, I was down so low. It looked like up to me. Yeah, that fake love song, that did something to me. I believe he was in the spirit on the Lord's Day when he wrote that. He said, I was down so low. I looked so low for so long that any little thing looked like I was elevated. I was looking for so long that every time I thought I thought I was elevating. No, you weren't elevating. No, you just went further. You didn't go higher. It just looked like up to me. And so the cost of commonality, there's a cost when you don't elevate your perspective. And so tonight I am so thrilled and so excited to bring some people as we speak. And because y'all know there's something that I say all of the time, and it is that truth plus transparency equals transformation. When you know the truth, it makes you free. But before the truth can make you free, what lie is holding you hostage? Uh-oh. Y'all already know I'm on one tonight, right? The truth makes you free. But before the truth can make you free, what lie is holding you hostage? And so tonight, I believe in pulling together people who are going to tell the truth about the cost they paid for being too common, about the cost of that they had that were like, you know what? I was just facilitating this. And all of them, I've pushed and prodded all of them and pushed them and primed them and postured them and positioned them. Tonight, I pack packaged them up, and now I'm presenting them, because that's prophetic pioneering. That's that apostolic authority to pivot you, to push you, to compel you to shift to that next level. And so I am so excited. And if you guys in the comment section, if you will, welcome my beautiful, amazing A1 team. If y'all will join me on stage, y'all introducing my team. I'm going to thank you. I see y'all in the comments. Welcome the ladies. They coming through. Man, listen, somebody ought to be screenshotting this, because man, this looks so good. And y'all need to be posting and telling the folks, y'all better come on and get this. We don't know. Let me take a picture, because we don't know what we getting tonight. Listen, so ladies, so Meredith Rucker, she, listen, and she's so beautiful. She's in the top left. She is our creative strategist. She does our design. She gives us creative direction. We have Marcia Brown. She is our communications manager. We have Shauna White, who is our health and fitness manager. She also is my personal adjutant. I don't travel in ministry without her right by my side. We have Dr. D. Bell Williams, who is our leadership development trainer. We have Dr. Tracy Knighton, who is a licensed therapist and my friend, longtime friend. We have Jessica Turner, who's our business manager, and really a wealth strategist. And these two, my do or dies, they got to be together, because they come like a pack. Like you get one, you get the whole package together. My executive administrator and my stylist plus one. She's like everything. She's not just my stylist. She literally takes care of me. Vernell Marshall and Ebony Kearns. And y'all, I'm so grateful to have them. Thank you. I see them hyping y'all up in this comment section. They look amazing. Like, we put on our good clothes tonight. Good hair, good lashes. We just whatever we had to put on. We put on makeup, this, and I'm pulling everybody out of their comfort zone. So ladies, unmute yourself and let's get into this conversation about the cost of commonality. Somebody said Sunday's best. Listen, Sunday's best on. That's what I'm talking about. And so let's talk about the cost of commonality. Now, you guys have worked with me personally, and as we've been together collectively on this journey of evolution, I want you guys to talk to us a little about the cost, what it cost to what common things did you have to let go of when you got ready to evolve, when you got ready to shift, when you start, what weights did you, and this is going to be really important, and I want y'all to hear this, what weights did you have to lay aside? What things kept coming up and bothering you and stifling you, because this is how we see ourselves. We have to be connected to people who are going to tell the truth and help us see us. And so I want to start with Dr. Tracy Knighton, because, first of all, I can't get over the fact that she looking like the Queen of Sheba baby tonight, and I'm here for all of this carrying on. So talk to us, Dr. T, and tell us about this cost of commonality. We can't hear you, Dr. T. There you are. Wait, whoa. You went in and came. Huh. All right, guys, we're going to let her come in and come out. Listen, the devil is a whole lie. So, Dr. T, you come in and come out. We want to make sure that we can hear you, because tonight, and y'all, every single night, it's funny. Every single night, something has happened in the airwaves with Apostle that happened. Prophetess Sophia tried to get on it, wouldn't let her finally. And I was like, we arrest the atmosphere, because it's some stuff going down tonight. And so we're going to let's start with you then, Meredith. Let's see, can we hear you?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, you can. Talk to us.
Okay. Well, when I was thinking about tonight, I believe that the Lord gave me something. In order to avoid being common, you have to take a vow to you. And so, my story is, I've always been interested in art. Like, I knew that I wanted to be in an artistic field from probably the age of 5 years old. I knew it. I knew that that's what I was going to do. I knew I was moving to Florida. I knew I was going to work for Disney. I had the track set in my mind. So when that happened, I moved to Tampa back in 2007 and got my degree in graphic design, and I was ready. I mean, I was ready. I was hungry. I was driven. I refused to work in anything but the field that I got my degrees in. But during that time, the recession happened. And so what happened was that companies were trying to condense whole design teams into one person. And so I was like, I'll work for anything. I'll work for nothing. I just want the experience because I knew if I got the experience that the money would come later. And although that was a different strategy, and I think that it helped me get far, eventually it caused me to undermine my value. Eventually, it caused me to undermine my value because I would work for anything. And I work with a lot of faith based organizations. And sometimes when you work for faith based organizations, they'll say, well, the Lord is going to bless you. You know, you do the work,
Come on.
the Lord is going to bless you. And I'm like, but the Lord put you here to bless me. So what's up with that? What's up with that? And so I think that I began to diminish my value. I began to kind of, okay, I'm just going to stay in the background. This is what I'm good for. This is what they need me for. But you have to know your value. Your value doesn't come from what you do, it comes from God. And so if you don't know your value, people will assign a value to you that makes them comfortable and that keeps you in your comfort zone.
Hold on, Meredith. Hold on. Wait, because that was a mic drop. Yeah. Meredith just said, man, this is exciting because Meredith don't talk a lot. And when she does, she said, if you don't know your value, people will assign a value to you. Man, that's right. I see y'all in the comments. That was a mic drop. I got to say this again for y'all in the back. If you don't know your value, she said, people will assign a value to you. Meredith, go ahead with that. We're going to mute our mics and let you keep talking because this is good.
They will assign a value to them that makes them comfortable and keeps you in your comfort zone. And so I allowed people to assign value to me, whatever you want to give me. You know, I didn't want to charge too much because I still wanted to be accessible to everybody. But when you are uncommon, you are not accessible to everybody.
Hold on, Meredith. You dropping. Wait. Y'all, I'm mind blown over here. Meredith just said, this is where y'all missed it. Last night, Sophia was talking about being uncommon. When you are uncommon, you are not that accessible. Listen, Ebony is on, and there are certain pieces that we see that's very uncommon. We have to go through hell and high water to get those pieces because when you want something of value, and it's not every, we can't just run down the street real quick and run to Walmart and pick it up. There's something she just said. Somebody already running. Listen, that's a word. She said, when you are uncommon, that means you're not that. Meredith, you came with all the mics. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm muted.
And so when you're uncommon, you're not that accessible to everybody. And so one of the things that I had to let go of is I can't be afraid of disappointing people. I can't be afraid of somebody not liking what my value, my prices. And I see Jessica clapping down there because she's the financial strategist. We all had to turn in our price list to her. And I'm telling you, no sooner than I emailed her the price list, she called me in like 2 minutes. She's like, no, you got to take your prices up. No, she said, this is where I see you at. And sometimes you need somebody to see you at a higher level than you see yourself at.
Okay, wait. Jesus, Meredith and hold on. She said, the woman of God said, sometimes and this is so pivotal, you need, and I need you to hear this in the spirit, those of y'all that are listening. I told y'all to get y'all folks on tonight. Sometimes you've got to get you somebody that I need a seer. I was just about to say, can you type in the comments, I need a seer? I need a seer. You've got to get you somebody. Don't snatch your wig off. I see y'all in the comments. You've got to get you somebody that can see you higher than you see yourself. You've got to do that because y'all know my favorite scripture, Isaiah 59:10. We can see no better than someone dead. So we're looking at ourselves saying, "Oh, I don't have that much potential. I don't have that much." She says, sometimes you better get you somebody that can see you higher than you see yourself. Meredith, you preaching? Go ahead.
And so I had to let go of that fear of disappointing people. I had to let go of that fear of people not liking the changes I was making. And so, in order to operate in your uncommonality, you have to set certain structures in place to be able to operate at your full potential and your full value. And so, to do that, oh, y'all gonna say something? Okay. All right, you have to set certain structures in place to be able to operate at your full potential and your full value. I have to set structures in place to manage my workload because, one, if I'm overwhelmed, I'm not operating at my full potential and my full value. And then, oh, go ahead.
No, somebody in the comments said, "Good God, can we pin these comments because she dropping?" So listen to me. I told my team this is the night I wanted them to shine. I was like, "Put on your red dress." I mean, I just told them, "Take out your high heel." Like you do. This is y'all's night. One thing about me is I'm a pusher, and this wisdom that is pouring out of Meredith right now at this moment. She's giving you guys, I'm telling y'all, I can't pin the comments. We're in the, last night I said, when the water is troubled, we have to jump in. And so I know some of y'all can't, somebody was smart and said, "No, baby, I had my whole phone screen recording everything." But guess what? I have some exciting news for y'all. Tonight we're streaming live to YouTube. So you actually be able to go back over YouTube and catch it. So it is streaming live to YouTube. And so you'll be able to grab this and see this again on YouTube. I see, look at the Lord made a way. so yeah, Meredith, you dropping mics.
Amen. And so, another thing that you have to have in place to operate at your full value and your full potential is you have to have a system to create wholeness and balance in your life.
Hold on, y'all heard that? You have to have a system to create wholeness and balance in your life. See, y'all be again. We try to, and sometimes when these truths come to us, we think they're gonna come in certain forms. But now this, you have to have systems that help you create this. Woo, this is good. Come on with it.
So you have to have a system to you have to have a system to make sure you get enough rest. You have to have a system to make sure you're taking care of yourself, that you're eating well, that you're getting enough exercise. You have to have systems in place to make sure that you're spending enough time with God because God is the one who's downloading the strategy for the next level. So you got to be ready to listen to Him. You have to have those systems in place in order to function at your highest level and your highest capacity. So you have to take that vow to value you.
Yes.
You have to say, I come first right now. I know I've been doing everything for everybody else, but I come first right now. Because if I don't come first, I can't be good for anybody else.
Ooh, ma'am, did y'all, can somebody in the comments, and I know this is gonna, Dr. Tracy Knight says when we bring stuff like this, you kind of have to breathe through it, but we here. Can you just put in the comment? I actually said this last night. It's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn now. It's my turn now. We've done stuff for folks our whole life, and we've made sure the baby's good, and that's great, and babe them good and boo them good. It's my turn now. And there is nothing, because I got to answer for me. I've got to answer for my assignment. I got to answer for what I did with my time. I see y'all in the comments. You better encourage yourself tonight. It's my turn now. Talk to us, Mary.
Well, Dr. E, that I'm out right now.
Listen, you out. You did enough. You came in here and wrecked up front. Good gracious, thank you, Meredith. Listen, I feel like on those come Meredith Rucker, everybody. Meredith Rucker, man, y'all showing now. I'm gonna shoot it over to Marcia Brown. Marcia, man, that was a tough act to follow, but I just believe you got it. Talk to us. What this cost of commonality? Give us what it is. What happened with you? Give us your story.
Absolutely. Um, my sister did an amazing job just allowing the Lord to use her. And what we are witnessing now, what's being demonstrated, is the fact that there is community and not competition. That we're able
Woo!
to stand here and support and allow our sisters to fully stand and not crouch, and not hide or
Hold
not.
on, wait, whoa. Listen, y'all dropping my. Marcia said, we've got to learn how to allow our sisters to stand and not crouch. Man, I'm holding my hands because I don't want to run. Did you? She said, we've got to get to the place where we help our sisters stand and not crouch, because sometimes the weight gets heavy and we start bending over, and sometimes we get so overwhelmed we start, yeah, somebody says a mic drop explosion, and we've got to get to the place where we help our sisters stand and not crouch. Go ahead, Marcia, that was good.
And that's what's been indicative of our team, of the K Club team. And so what I went through, was more so false responsibility, cloaked under obligation or duty, tending to everyone else and not myself because I felt an obligation.
Sheesh.
So I believed the lie, and until I had to acknowledge the lie that was holding me hostage, I was able to release the reins, and I was able to empower them and not enable them, which
Jesus.
freed up time for me. So that was still, like Meredith said earlier, that was wrapped up in worth, your self-worth.
I'm
And
sorry, people are saying, can y'all hear Marcia?
Can't hear.
Some of you, I can hear her fine, but some of you all saying yes, yes, yes. Yes, you can hear fine. Yes, now. Okay, yes. Okay, good. Okay, you can hear. All right. It was going out for a second. All right, yes, you hear her fine. All right. Go ahead, Marcia.
but it's what I was discussing was simply being in a place where I had to assess my self-worth. I had to assess my value. I had to, it's great to be a cheerleader for others, but there are assignments that the Lord has for you to bring into fruition, to manifest. And so I experienced false starts. So I would launch and I would make an impact. I would make influence. I would literally go forth, but then there would be a hiding period. And so when you're stopping and going and you're stopping and going, you have to trace the tree, as Dr. E often says. And I literally, the Lord placed me in an environment that allowed me to do so. And then I was able, I became connected with Dr. E and literally began to have an additional covering, that allowed me to be in a space where I could unpack. And see, that's important. When you are a pourer, you need someone to pour back into you. Of course, we have our relationship with God. And of course, this is something that a lot of times when you're constantly on the go and you're not really assessing yourself and assessing what's going on with you. So life will have it that there are times we have to sit down and really, we want to keep going, going, going. But I had to get to a place where I was sat down for a while. I was sat down for a while and literally had to look at myself in totality. But also, I had to learn to forgive. There are times where we may find ourselves in seasons. I think about the prophet Elijah. He went and did all these amazing things, but then when he felt defeated, he just wanted to die. He just wanted to I don't want to go forth, right? And so I had to get to a place that it was very uncomfortable. There was a lot of shifting. There were a lot of relationships that I had to release. Um, and as Dr. E often says, you don't have to demonize a departure. It doesn't mean that they were bad people. It doesn't mean, that there was no ill will. But I had to literally get to a place where I was making room for what was God ordained, We oftentimes keep a lot of fillers in our lives. And we have to get to a place when we literally start assessing, why are you here? What purpose are you serving? What are you adding to me? How am I adding to you? Is it past your expiration date? The hard questions. And a lot of times we shy away from those because then we begin to realize our codependencies. We begin to realize the things that we have been busying ourselves with, the distractions that we've had, that literally will just show us, oh, you know what? I actually did have more time to do what God was requiring of me, but I was making a conscious decision not to do it. And that's a hard truth to face. But we have to look at ourselves in the mirror. We have to take that time, as Meredith said earlier, value yourself. When we value ourselves, people don't have access to us. We instruct them on what they can do within our time frame. So I had to begin to even get stable. At one point, I had an office across town. I was constantly moving. I was nomadic, and that instability affected my work. And so I literally had to get. I mean, so I was nomadic. So then my mind was nomadic, and then I have other responsibilities. So, and again, it was affecting my work. And too often, I'm sorry, hear a little feedback. But too often, we shy away from the hard questions. But literally, I just want to share with you all what the Lord did for me, and even what He does for you if you're open to it, to seeing it. We've all experienced it. He will literally place people in your life that literally, iron sharpens iron, right? That's what the Bible says. Iron sharpens iron. We literally have to get to a place that friction causes us to become sharpened. That friction causes us to arrive to a new place when we want to ascend. So, Dr. E, that's what I have at this moment.
Y'all, and I see y'all in the comments that nomadic. I remember telling Marcia, and I know she doesn't mind me saying this, but I said to Marcia once, I said, the enemy is after your mobility. I need y'all to hear this. The enemy is after your mobility. And what he will do is he will try to get you in a place where you feel like you can't move, or he'll get you in the place where you're always moving so you can't stand still. Y'all listen to this. You're either wandering around nowhere, aimlessly, or you've just gotten stuck in a place where you're saying, look, I'm just going to be here till the cows come home. The cows done went home. They done went to school. They went graduated college, and you still in that same place. And so the enemy will come for your mobility. He will come and he will either try to get you to stay in the same place, or he will get you to running everywhere so that you don't feel as though you have a place. And so, man, I see y'all in the comment section. I'm helping us. And so what she said was she had to take authority over that nomadic atmosphere that caused her. And let me tell y'all, because I feel the wind. I don't even know how that ushered in right now. But what happens with that, and y'all catch this, is that's that spirit of isolation that will cause you to want to shut down and be by yourself, and not want help, and not receive help, and not be vulnerable. Man, I see y'all in the comment section, and not want to connect, not want sisterhood, not want support. Meredith has dealt with it too. It'll make you pull back. She side-eyed us for a while, and she said, y'all had to prove the doubters wrong until I could know that this was family. And so that nomadic atmosphere, it comes from a place of rejection. I hope y'all in this house tonight, it comes from a place of rejection. I don't want to be rejected, so I'll just act like I'm good. I don't want people to act like they don't want me. People have done that before, so no, I'm good. I got it. I can take care of myself. No, I'm going to pretend like I'm all the way. Listen, the devil is a whole lot. We take authority over that nomadic spirit. We take authority over the spirit of rejection. We bind it. There is a such thing as brotherhood and sisterhood in the kingdom. And so, man, I see y'all in this comment section. And so what she just did was revealed a hidden truth. And we say things like, I don't like folks. I don't really do all that getting, because listen, it was me. I don't really do all that getting in group stuff, all of that. That's too many, my mama told me too many women together. Somebody, listen, the devil is a whole bald faced lie. We've got to get to, when we know the truth, it makes us free. But what lie has been holding us hostage? The Bible says no man is an island. We're helpers one to another. But if we have that atmosphere that we're always supposed to be isolated and rejected and exploited, and they trying to get us and nobody want me, and that's how we stay stagnant. Man, I already feel, Shauna, I'm gonna let you go on in that, because I look like you felt the wind on that one. I'm just gonna try to calm down. Come on, y'all talking real good tonight.
Listen, look, one of our favorite words. Listen, listen, listen. That was so good. And just to kind of lead right in, one of my issues was comparison. Thinking that, we good about telling people, ministering to other people and telling what they need to be doing, but I wasn't taking my own advice with staying in my own lane. A lot of times I thought, oh, I'm not this person or I'm not this person. I'm just going to support, stay in the background, and was neglecting what God had given me. So, in the area of health and wellness, always been a passion of mine, what I've always done, but I felt it wasn't significant, which is just a lie from the pits of hell. Because if we're not healthy, we can't do none of this, right? So a lot of times, we see our role, or can view our role, as insignificant, but that's what God placed in us for a purpose. And I want to bring up this scripture, 3 John 1 and 2. And it says, "Dear friend, I pray that you may prosper in every way and be in good health physically, just as we are spiritually." Holy rollers, as we like to call them, we are the main ones that want to neglect our physical man, right? So, in our health, it affects every single area in our life, and that's just a trick of the enemy, right? Because health affects our physical, our mental, our social well-being. Health is not just the absence of disease, right? So we go into wellness. We have to become aware and to make healthy choices. And so many times, these things can get put on the back burner, and we may view as insignificant. Like I said, your health affects every area in your life. And it was just crazy because for years I was trying to go back and look on my social media page. I always hashtag myself Simply Shauna, because I saw myself just, I'm being me. I'm being me. In the way I was, but in a lot of ways I was neglecting the authentic me that God gave. So when it was time to, name my company Simply Shauna, because God wanted me to remind people that just be your authentic self. We have to be happy with ourselves, because I believe health and wellness is a lifestyle. It's like I said, it goes into the mental, and it's just crazy because I got a bachelor's degree in psychology as well as in nursing, and because I've always know those two things go together, because mentally we have to be healthy. Weight is just a byproduct. People automatically think weight. You could be a size 1, you could be a size 22, but at the end of the day, you got to be happy with yourself, right? And you have to embrace yourself and go back to the root of things. So God just began to reveal different things and different avenues. And, not only am I helping women and men get healthy in their physical aspect, but in their mental, hey, let's go back and deal with some things. Because at the end of the day, there's a root issue for everything. And going back to Dr. E, her premise, you can't fix what you won't face, right? So I had to become comfortable with the authentic me, with staying in my lane, letting go of comparison, fear, all of it. All of it. So those are just a few things that I had to let go and just be me.
Listen, I see y'all in the comment section. Those of you all that might be having trouble, you can go to Dr. Elisa LaShell Harney on YouTube and catch this live stream. If you're going to want to engage with us at the end, we have something we're offering women. Then you do want to stay in this platform. If you are having connection problems, see if you are streaming from Chrome. That might be some of it. We shifting over to the sophisticated software, so we got all this new stuff happening, and it's technology. Even you can be on live and something can go down. So that's one of those things we can't apologize. It doesn't make us any less professional or any. As you can see, we have our stuff together, but it's technology, and when you learn how to go with the flow, you know how to flow and not just go. But she said something powerful, and I saw y'all in the comments saying that's me. We hide, and this is a statement that I made a while ago. Stop hiding behind help. You're hiding behind being the help. Y'all remember that movie, The Help? I'm just gonna help people. If I can just help, and we'll hide behind being the help. But we understand that, and that doesn't mean that everybody wants to be in the front. Listen, all of us are made to operate in different ways. So hear me when I say stop hiding behind the help. What I'm saying is, what will happen with us, and what will happen if we're not careful and mindful, is that we'll only think that I was saying to somebody the other day, and I wrote it down. I hope I can find it, because I think I was on Clubhouse, and I said, when we work for different organizations, and when sometimes we're a mom, and when we are, if you're a man, a husband, or a brother, or whatever you are, that becomes your institution. You've institutionalized yourself and your identity. And I said, don't integrate your identity to an institution. Well, that's what she was saying. I'm just a mama. I'm just a wife. I'm just a husband. I'm just a computer this, and I'm just a people that no, don't integrate your identity to an institution. No, you're more than everything. The Bible didn't say you're more than a conqueror. You're more than enough. You're more than able. And so we have to get to the place where, even as we are the help, even if we're called to help, I still have to show up in my authenticity. There are some people who are called to assist, but you still have to show up and be who you are in order to assist me. You still have to show your value. You still have to show your light. You still have to show your expertise. And so stop hiding behind the help, and don't integrate yourself into an institution, because you are still who you are. You are who you're called to be. And so that's right. No more. I'm you better listen. Some of y'all ain't said this in a while, and maybe never, but can I just hype you up tonight? Can you just say to the atmosphere, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Even if that atmosphere is you, I need to see that. Do you know who I am? Sometimes you've got to remind yourself, whoa, wait a minute. Fear. Do you know who I am? Doubt. Do you know who I am? Comparison. Do you know who I am? Intimidation. Do you know who I am? Anxiety. Do you know who I am? I'm sorry. Do you know who I am? You've got to I told y'all I'm a whole lot of Jesus and a little bit of Tupac. And so every now and again, I start getting twisted, and I be like, wait a minute, you must forgot who my daddy is. Now I feel a little thuggish now. You must forgot who my daddy is. Oh, you trying to be the prince of the air? No, my father is the king of all. So you can, no. So that's how we can bind these airwaves and take authority over them. Because do you know who you're talking to? Do you know who you're dealing? Sometimes we've got to stand in our most holy place. And in our most holy faith, we've got to say to the atmosphere. So the next time you get to a place where insecurity and comparison try to come, and competition and doubt and fear and all of these things, that's why the Bible says, casting down imagination and everything that exalts itself against the knowledge of Christ. No, I'm a king's kid. I'm the peculiar people. My daddy is the king. And so that's how I cast it down. I just simply look at it and say, I'm sorry. Do you know who I am? I'm sorry. Y'all must forgot. Do you know who you talking to? Oh no, I ain't no killer, but don't. All right. Yeah. So we have to get to a place where we arise, O Zion, and put on your strength for the glory of the Lord. Man, I feel my help in this house. And so, I just love it. I'm going to push it over to Fernell and Ebony because y'all looking crazy because y'all look like y'all was going to church. Start unmuting yourself already, because this is, I think that was one of the things where you have to be connected with somebody like me. I start agitating you and pushing you into your next level and getting you to the place where you show up in who you are. So y'all have this conversation with us. Let's be honest. Let's talk about this cost of commonality. Hold on, I don't hear. For some reason, I don't hear you guys.
Coming in with you.
There you are. All right.
So for me, two things come to mind: discernment and accountability. I've in the past, I'm a poor, and with that though, you have to be careful because people will use you. And so I find myself in a place a lot of times where I'm helping and I'm helping and helping and helping people. But when it comes down to me, I forgot about me. And there's no one there to look out for me. And then I find myself getting angry, but I have to be angry with myself. That's when accountability comes in. I made the choice to let these people use me. I made the choice to keep going when I knew that it was a situation that was of no good use to me. So now that I know what those issues are, definitely I had to dust off my discernment so that I can, decipher who should I pour into. Is one of the good things to know, because you can't just pour into anybody. You have to know who to pour into. And then in those situations where nobody's to blame, you have to take self accountability and have self awareness in certain situations. And when I've done that, I realized, I let go of a lot of dead weight and a lot of baggage. And I have been able to restore and pour that time that I was giving to other people into elevating myself.
Listen, yeah, I see y'all over there. She says something, and I see y'all in the comments. It hit you when she said, who should I be? Who do I pour into? Because I can't pour in everybody. I say this to y'all all of the time. You have to be mindful, and this is no offense for nobody, but the Bible says we have to be mindful not to cast our pearl to swine. Now let me just break that down, because I know people get in their feelings. I ain't calling y'all mama, y'all grandma, y'all ain't in them no swine. Now hear what I'm saying. But what he's saying is, when you're talking about our pearls, you're talking about there is a level, there are certain things that we have this treasure in earthen vessels, and there are some treasures that we have to be very mindful about where we give them. When you think about swine, I always say the only thing that swine can do with pearls is get it dirty and choke on it. Man, I feel myself shifting. The only thing that a swine can do with a pearl is get it dirty or choke on it. And so you have to start thinking, do I want to pour this out into somebody who just gonna get my name dirty? Man, I'm shifting. Do I really want to give this to somebody who gonna be choking? It's too much. Y'all too, honey, you too much for me. See, I ain't trying to. They might just be swine mentality, man. That might just be a swine spirit. I ain't calling nobody nothing because I don't know anybody. But if folks telling you, oh, you just doing too much. You too much. I can't take you. It might just be that swine spirit. Ooh, man, somebody just say it might just be that swine spirit. It might just be if they always tell, if every time you look up they gossiping about you, they talking about you, they trying to get your name dirty, they trying to drag you into. So I feel my help. They trying to drag you into something that's muddy. Swine can't do but two things with pearl: get it dirty or choke on it. So that just might be that swine spirit. So when we get to the place, I said that December is the month of deliberation. When you start doing this, as you're in this place, this cost of commonality being too common, it's gonna cost you. I don't want my swine, my pearls to be choked on by swine and got no. It's certain places, and I love people, but it's just certain engagements I don't accept. Listen, I said what I said. It's just certain friend requests I don't accept. It's just certain platforms I won't be a part of. It's just certain places I'm not going. It's just certain associations I won't have. And it's not because of that. It's just that I have to be mindful. I said last night when me and Sophia was talking, we don't eat off everybody's table because some things. All right, let me. Ebony just shifted me with that, and so be mindful, man. We helping y'all tonight. Fernell, talk to us about this.
For me, definitely what Ebony just shared, but one of the things for me, I had to be mindful about what I was doing with what I had. So I had to be mindful about what I was spending my money on, be mindful about what I was spending my time on, and what I was feeding my mind and things of that sort. So really kind of where you've shifted in what you say as to, um, you know, it's my turn. Like, hey, I got to put some stuff down because it's my turn. I need to invest in me. I was a person who, if anybody, even when I came on board with the team, I was, I'm just here to do what you asked me to do. And, that's kind of really all I'm not going to try and offer anything extra because people took advantage of it. And you go and do things for them for free or, very, very low price point and they go off and they doing their own thing and hey, but what about me? So just kind of learned how to, sit in the background, and have a lot of knowledge, know how to do a lot. But, wouldn't tell anybody that I could because I didn't want to be taken advantage of anymore. But once I really kind of got to the place of, you know what, no, there's more for me. And I can be me, I'm not pretty. I'm not, this is a lot. This is a lot. Being on camera for me is a lot. But to just finally say, no, I am going to invest in myself. I'm going to, instead of spending my money on, going to the mall and doing some other stuff and, all types of things that, we just kind of waste our money on, but wondering all the while, mad because I see other people doing stuff and I'm like, well, how they get to go do that? And I can't save this to, to go and invest in myself to do this. I want to invest in it, but hey, I know I said I was going to do it, but gonna have to back out again. No, this time I'm going to do it for me. And so really just having to get deliberate about it. And it wasn't an overnight type of thing. It really kind of started out with one day, me and one of my friends, we were just talking. I said, hey, I'm going to try and do this for 2 weeks. And then 3 weeks later, I looked up and I was like, hey, I did it. I'm going to try and finish the month out. Oh, hold on, wait. Hold on, let me try for another month. And, it kind of, I had to literally retrain my brain, to get to the mindset that I have to where, before I would have said, I don't know if I can till no, it's happening, and having faith to believe that that's something that I can do.
Man, y'all killing it in this comment section for Neil. I know that's the truth. And she said something very, very important. And y'all know I'm the queen of alliteration, but baby, what she really was trying to say with us is that at the end of the day, purpose is progressive. And if we have to think, the Bible says, I count not myself to have apprehended. I'm not trying to figure everything out. Those of us that are strategists and those of us that are intellectuals and those of us that might deal with perfectionism, we're trying to get it out, control freaks. Y'all know who you are. Listen, I count not myself to have apprehended. But this one thing I do, y'all, I feel the wind. I got to forget those things which are behind me. And I got to look forward. I got to look unto the things. But then here's where the progression, I've got to press towards the mark. I might have missed it, man. I feel my help. I might have missed it that time. I might have did good a week and then I went right back to it. I might have started good and Marcia talked earlier about those false starts, but I press mean a little bit more every time. I'm not going to wake up and all of a sudden I'm just this. Not listen. Sometimes it's just that I've got to start somewhere. What she said was I made a decision, man. Sophia talked about that last night. What she said was, I made up in my mind, I'm going to make a decision. And if I can do it one day, I can do it too. Man, I see y'all feeling the wind in here. And if I can start taking me seriously, if I can just putting aside, let me lay aside. She's talking about laying aside weight. If I can lay aside those things, maybe I can focus on this thing. And so it all begins with a decision. I'm going to do this for me. Man, can y'all put that in the comments? I felt the win on that one. I'm going to do this for me. I don't know what your thing is or your this is, but I need everybody to make an audible affirmation and then type it into the comments so you can see it. I'm going to do this for me. Whatever that is, I've been putting it to the side. I've been putting folks first. I've been making excuses. I've been on my knees when the Lord said, listen, that's great, your faith, but I need you to do some work this time. I just listen, get up and go to work. Rise, Peter, slay and eat. I need you. I'm going to do this for me. Man, I see y'all blowing up the comment section. This is the great time to pass it off to the one and only Dr. D. Come on, talk to us. Because yeah, listen, I see y'all, and I just want to acknowledge, I see y'all in this comment section. I'm going to do this for me. Talk to us, Dr. D.
That is awesome. And that's essentially where I'm going. There are 6 things that God gave me to share with you all about the cost of commonality. But the first thing I want to give you is the topic. The cost of commonality, it costs you everything. It will cost you everything because we are not called to be common. We are a peculiar people, a chosen generation. We're set apart. So those of us who are believers, each one of us have a place in the kingdom that is specifically set aside for us and work that only we can do. And so a lot of times what would happen in my life, and I'll kind of give you a little bit of backtrack here, my experience come from a place of the orphan spirit and wanting to always go along to get along and to change parts of who I am because I don't want to do this by myself. God, it just seems like you just keep giving me these off the wall ideas. You keep giving me these things to do. But every time I put myself out there, I'm by myself. Every time I try to do something different, then I'm accused of trying to do too much. And so that can put you in a very lonely place. But God did not desire us to be lonely. And that's one of the things that I want you all to understand. Being uncommon has nothing to do with being by yourself. That's why all of us are up here on tonight. We are together because in the beginning, God said to man that it was not good for him to be alone. And that's just not in marriage. That's in manhood, in mankind. I should say that it's not good for us. And then he tells us again, the scripture encourages us in Romans. It says that we need to prove what is the good, acceptable, and perfect will. So if we're alone and we're trying to do this by ourselves, then we're not in God's will because we're not in his good pleasure because it's not good for us to be alone. But a lot of times when we are dealing with the curse of commonality, it can force us into isolation because of the experiences that we've had in our upbringing, from the parenting style that our parents chose, from the friendships that we grew up being around. A lot of times when you felt like you couldn't fit in, you were not a part of the crowd, then you start shifting and changing parts of yourself that have nothing to do with why God called you in the earth. Let me tell you something. You are so unique that when there's a reaction to anything that you touch, nobody can take credit for that thing because your fingerprint is uniquely yours. There is nobody on this earth with the same design of your fingerprint because God created you that unique. So the cost of commonality will cost you everything. Here are the 6 things that I want to share with you. Number 1, the cost of commonality will cost you you. I'm going to say that again because it sounds so simple. The cost of commonality will cost you you. The essence of who you are. The essence of what God called and birthed inside of you. Just your being. It will cost you you. And you will be wondering, looking around, wondering what is happening in my life because you don't have direction, because you don't know who you are. So that's number 1. The cost of commonality will cost you you. It will also cost you your identity, which is separate from your soul. Your identity is the pattern that God has envisioned for your life. It is the pattern that he's created in your DNA of who and what he's called you to be. And I'm not just talking about the DNA strand from your mom and your dad, but I'm talking about your spiritual DNA, what he's orchestrated before the world began. There's a DNA that's fully you. that has your identity attached to it. Also, the cost of identity will cost you time. You will continue to wander in this world. You will continue to put your hands to things that Meredith said that people will assign you to that have nothing to do with your purpose, nothing to do with what you're called into the earth to do. But because you don't understand who you are, you just get involved with things. You'll pick up something and then you put it down the next day. You're not consistent. It will cost you time. And I've been there. So I can talk about all 6 of these things because I've been there. The next thing that the cost of commonality will cost you is money. If you waste time, you are going to waste money because you'll start pouring your resources into places, as I believe Ebony said, into places you're not even called to, into people you're not even called to. So you start wasting money. Your coins are affected based on the cost of commonality. The 5th thing that the cost of commonality is your relationship. And I'm talking about your vertical and your horizontal, your relationship with God and your relationship with people. You will have breakdown in friendships, breakdown in marriages, breakdown in relationship after relationship, because you're not fully aware of who you are. You've placed yourself you've lived in a place of commonality, and it's costing you relationships. And the final thing is the most important thing. All of those components that I shared, if you do not get that under control and get guidance and connect with people like Dr. E, such as I have, it will cost you your purpose. It will cost you the very reason you have been born into this earth, the cost of commonality. You were not meant to be in circles just getting along to going along. You're meant to stand out, and you're meant to connect with other people who stand out as well. I love the way Dr. E puts it. She says somebody has to go first in order to bring back the blueprint. So this platform, being uncommon, is not, again, about isolation. It's about connecting with the uncommon so that we can do uncommon things together. So that's what God shared with me about the cost of commonality. It literally costs you everything.
Ooh, Jessica, go ahead and start unmuting. Some of the people said that when you guys unmute late, they missed some of it. But let me just, while you're unmuted, let me just say, Dr. D, and I see y'all in this comment section. Man, when Dr. D hit that orphan spirit, hear me in this house, that literally sent a wave through this place. Man, we're arresting. We're arresting. We're arresting atmospheres that isolate us, that divide us, that stagnate us, that pervert our purpose, that cause us to put our call on clearance, that cause us to have a reality called rejection. No, we arrest those spirits that try to suppress our success. Yeah, we cast those down. I just had to pivot there because this is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Jessica, talk to us. Give us some bread of heaven.
The cost of commonality that was stopping me was seeing myself no further than what everybody else could see me. And because I could only see myself as far as they could see me, I was only going as far as what they would see. And when I learned to not worry about how they see me and realize the original plan that God has planned for me, and that's what coming with this group and being with you, that you push me, and no longer that I have to take the back seat for everybody else. I could go ahead and I can step up and I can be able to teach and say, I am enough. I'm worth it. And I can put a price on it, because I was put in a box that everything had to be free, or it had to be a fruit basket, or that was all you could do. But when it came,
Hold on, Jessica, because I almost dropped the mic then. She said we get into a place where it's got to be either free or a fruit basket. Y'all know I want to start running right there. We got to get out of that free or a fruit basket mentality. Did y'all listen, baby? I see y'all in the I couldn't go over that. She said we get to a place, and that's so true, that everything got to either be free or a fruit basket. In other words, she's saying either you gonna do it for me for nothing, or here's something that you don't even need, or you can get yourself. I'm gonna listen, y'all. We got to get out of that free or fruit basket mentality. I see y'all in the comment section. I just had to go ahead. I just had to give you some win on that one.
and one more thing that I had to learn was when you said the no, it's okay to say no.
because the only people that were afraid of me saying no to them were people that really couldn't afford me and was not my people anyway. So I was so used to being with the pigeons that I forgot that I was meant to fly with the eagles. And the pigeon language became my language. And it's okay to start off, but at some days, everything that goes, it has to rise if that's your destiny. So I had wings to fly, but I'm still used to walking with the same group and hanging with the pigeons and letting people tell me that the Lord gonna bless you and I'm gonna pray for you. And I had to learn, no, the Lord is gonna bless me, but He put you in place to be able to bless me so you can pay me for what I'm doing for you.
Listen, Jessica said something, and I just got to come back to it. She said something, and I don't want us to miss this in the spirit. She said, I had wings, but I did not think I could fly. Man, that was heavy right there. I need y'all to sit in that for just a moment. I had the capacity to do it, but I wasn't using the capability to do it. I had, somebody said they about to throw the laptop. Listen, we trying to keep y'all here. I'm trying to hold myself. She said I had the wings, but I didn't think. That's right. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Y'all know Country Wayne said that. I love it. I had the wings. How many of you all out there? And Dr. Tracy, you can start unmuting yourself, because if you're able to come on. But how many of you all, because I felt the wind when Jessica said that. How many of you all have the potential, but you standing still? How many of y'all have that treasure in this earthen vessel? How many of you all, you ought to be tired of somebody saying, well, you got potential. No, I have more than potential. I have prominence. I have prosperity. I have power. I have purpose. I have more than potential. She said, I had the wings, and what I feel right there. Listen, I feel my help in this place. What I feel in this place is what that was a lack of recognition. What she was saying is I was in the butterfly stage for so long. I was in the transformation stage so long that I did not even realize I was no longer a caterpillar. Man, I feel the wind. I got to sit on this real quick. Some of us have been so busy and we've spent so much time being the caterpillar. When folks said you just a worm, you just down so low. We don't like the way you look. We don't like the way you talk. We don't like the way you move. And you had gotten stuck in that place, in that caterpillar mentality so long that you didn't realize what happened after such a time. You went into a place of isolation. You didn't know you was in a cocoon because God was grooming you. You didn't know you was in a cocoon because He was protecting you. You didn't know you was in a cocoon because He was positioning you. You didn't know you was in a cocoon because He was about to position and present you. You just saw that it was dark. You was isolated. You weren't around anybody. And when you came out the cocoon, you didn't even know you had shifted. You didn't even know you had wings. You still looked at yourself as though you were a caterpillar. Man, who am I helping in this place? You're still looking. You're looking too low. You're not operating. You're not flying because you hadn't realized that you have wings. You ain't flying because you still think you got the crawl. I feel the wind. You're not flying because you still think you got the crawl. But let me just say this. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. And so when we get out of this poverty mentality, man, when we get out of this persona of preservation where we think we can't make it and we think we can't survive, when we realize that there are wings on the back, man, when we realize that there is an angelic assistance attached to us, we'll stop crawling on our belly. We'll stop riding so low. We'll stop taking things for granted. When we realize that we have matriculated past the cocoon. Yeah, I was in a place where, I was a caterpillar. It was some ugly stuff about me. It was some things that didn't look good. It was some part of my nature that was a little bit naughty. Can we just tell the truth? It was some parts in my spirit that was a little bit scandalous. Let me just tell the truth. No, you ain't gonna call me out. I can call myself out. I know I was a whole, I wasn't just a handful. I was a whole two. It was some times where I said, God, you need to throw the whole me away. Can I just be real? Throw the whole me away, because I wouldn't put myself in front of anybody. Now you can't one up me because I can one up myself. It's not a transformation until He took me from one state to another. And so long we still think that we're in that caterpillar mentality, and we looking at ourselves like we ugly, and we looking at ourselves like we're not fit for meat. But let me tell you, if any man, I feel the help, be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things have passed away. And behold, all things are becoming new. I got wings now. What I have now, I didn't have when I was a caterpillar. Man, I almost ran right then. When I was a caterpillar, I had limited capacity. Woo! When I was a caterpillar, I had lobby linguistics.
Right.
When I was a caterpillar, I was at the bottom. But when I began to ascend, I took on wings as eagles. And so she said something right then. And I need you to understand that you're not a caterpillar. And this is my segue into Dr. Tracy Knight and that transformation. That's why the Bible says, be transformed by the renewing. She said, I had the wings, but my mind wasn't transformed. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Dr. T, bring us in, talk to us.
Dr. E, thank you so much for this platform. Thank you all, because y'all are killing that chat. Like, I'm sitting here just watching the chat go. Like, y'all are in it. Y'all are really in it. But here's what I want to say to you all. When you believe the lie, you ignite the limitations.
Hold
So,
on, Trey.
so
Hold on. You know I ain't gonna let you go past that. That was a
but
mic drop. No. That was a mic drop. You say that, but it's about 500 and what, 84, 5 people. Say that one more time for the people, because I know they say sometimes when you first unmute yourself, that was a whole word. Yeah, I need you to be able to hear this one more time for the people in the back. You ignite what? One more time.
yeah, when you believe the lie, you ignite the limitations, because the limitations are like TNT. It's like a power keg. And so when you start believing all these lies that folks said about you, it could be early on, you start creating these limitations that weren't even there. So what ends up happening is, now where there were no limitations, there's limitations. And so I want to take us back to the very beginning with the children of Israel. They were free. They were free. God had given them freedom, but in their minds, it wasn't there yet. And so what ended up happening is, we started out with millions of people, the children of Israel. We started out with all of these millions of people who heard they were free, but didn't believe they were free. And so they ended up having a broke and bondage type mentality. So millions of people who were told they were free, but didn't believe they were free. So they walked around with a broken mentality and a bondage mentality. But then as we started going through the wilderness, as they started making a way to a land that was created for them, a promised land, Moses then had to go and say, you know what, this is too many people. Let me put some leaders in place. So now we get the 12 tribes. So we go from millions of people, and we put them in groups, the 12 tribes. And with that, Moses ended up being cautious and calculating. So we go from broken people in bondage, and then we get a leader who's cautious and calculating, who divides us up into 12 tribes. But let's take that one step further. The closer we get to the promised land, then Joshua and Caleb shows up on the scene. And see, that's why I have to shift in my seat, because Joshua and Caleb, listen, they show up with a wealth and wise mentality. Because it's going to take a wealth mentality, and it's going to take wisdom to cross you over into your promised land. So let me take you back to the butterfly, because I love butterflies and I love what butterflies really represent. Because you'll never find a butterfly cocoon on the ground. Do you
Trey,
know that?
wait.
You will
One more time.
never, ever find a butterfly's cocoon on the ground, because they crawl in with legs. But when they come out, they don't have legs anymore. They have wings. And so what ends up happening in the cocoon is a process. It's a process. So some things, when it comes to the cost of commonality, the cost of commonality will cause us to lose some things that we thought we needed in a lower level. But once we got to a higher level, we realized we don't even need that anymore. We got different things that we need. We got different tools, because at first I needed legs when I was crawling around on the ground. But in the process elevated me. So I had to go into the cocoon in a higher place, because when I come out of that, I don't need those legs anymore, because I'm not crawling around anymore. I need wings, because I got different tools, because my job becomes different. My destiny is different. My destiny is no longer associated with being on the ground. My destiny is now associated in the air. It's kingdom. And so now my question to you all tonight is, look, are you like the children of Israel? Do you have a broken bondage mentality? Are you like Moses? Do you have a cautious and calculating mentality? Are you like I like he always says, Tupac, she a little bit of Tupac, I'm a lot Tupac. Like I'll go in on you real quick. But let me tell you, do you have a wise and wealthy mentality? That's a question you're gonna have to answer tonight. Because here's the thing, you can't cross over into 2021 with that broke mentality, with that busted mentality, with that bondage mentality, and expect to say, oh, I'm an eagle, I'm a fly with wings. When the last time you saw an eagle with millions of other eagles? You don't. It's always one. It's always one. Anytime you see a butterfly on the ground, listen, the only reason they coming down to our level is to get the sap from the trees, or to get the pollen from the flowers, and then they own about their destiny. They're on about their business. They're on about their program. That's the only time you're going to see them, because they understand the only time I need to come down to this level is to do this business, and then I'm going back up.
Um, I'm trying to get through the chat because somebody done threw a phone at you, a mic at you, a shoe at you, then took the wig off. Listen, I'm still stuck off of when I went in, I had legs, but when I came out, I had wings. I need to take a prophetic pivot at this moment. Woo! This just, I literally feel a churning. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Now, there's a churning in my spirit. I feel a thrust of the supernatural. There is something taking place even now. I'm telling you, I literally feel the wind of God. What she just said, and I've been saying this since December hit, and isn't it ironic? We're on night 7. This is the 7th. We're on number, my favorite number. We're on number 7, December 7th. I've been saying for 7 days, all things have become new. I'm trying to just get through this. My daughter asked me, she was like, are you going to plan on weeping tonight? And I was like, no, I'm not going to be weeping tonight. My makeup cute. I'm not going to be weeping. But then I went ahead and put a little towel here just in case I got to weep. But I feel a churning. Old things. I need y'all to hear this. Old things are passed away. I've been saying it. It's funny. I said, God, how is it that you're saying that for 7 days I've been talking about new, but then you've been talking about this is the month of deliberations. But the reason why this is the month of deliberations, and I said this last night with Sophia, that we've got to come to a place where we make a decision. We've got to come to a place where we vanquish vacillation, that the spirit of vacillating, going back and forth. What you're really saying when you can't make a decision is, I don't know if I'm worth it. I don't know if I'm worthy. I don't know if I'm valuable enough. I don't know if I mean enough. I don't know if I have enough. I don't know that I am enough. One of the things Dr. Tracy Knight, she's a licensed therapist, that she always says is, she says, listen, I am enough. I've always been enough, and I will always be enough. Man, I don't know what woman, what man needs to hear this tonight, but I just need to say this to you, and I need this to marinate. I am enough. I've always been enough, and I will always be enough. What am I saying? The Bible says that we were fearfully and wonderfully made. That means I was always enough. I am enough right now, and I will always be enough. Man, listen. And so why is it that he's talking to me about deliberations and new? Because all things, watch this, are become new. And so the process, a lot of you are in the process of becoming. Man, you're in the process. Can we make a declaration? I'm in the process of becoming. It's hard for us to really reconcile our reality, because we're not who we were, but we're not exactly who we'll be. So then where does that leave me? Well, I'm in the process. I'm giving language, man, to where you are right now. I am in the process. I feel the wind of becoming. It does not yet appear what I shall be, but I know something. I'm in the process of becoming. And in this moment of deliberations, let me get in front of y'all just a second. In this moment of deliberations, as I am in this process of becoming, all things are passed away. Tracy said something and I need to take it to the next level. Listen, she said let me just, Father, let me deliver this word. In the process of becoming, I lost my legs. Man, I just, whew, listen, in the process of becoming, I lost my legs. What does that mean? The people I thought I could stand on, the help that I was standing on and hiding behind, the job security that I was standing on, the relationships I thought would never leave me. Listen, the prophetic wind is in the house. In the process of becoming, I lost my legs. I lost my ability to do what I thought that I was supposed to be doing. I thought I went to school and I thought I was supposed to be that, but then I flunked out. I had a good job and I was making money, but then they laid us off. I was married and I thought this was forever, but then there was a divorce. I had this person I could always depend on, but then there was a death. In the process of becoming, I lost my legs. I lost the idea of my identity. I thought that's who I was. I thought that's who I was supposed to be, but life happened to me and I started looking like a person I didn't recognize. In the process of becoming, I lost my legs and I got so busy. Now listen, this is a fresh download and I hope y'all can take this. And in the process of becoming, I adopted the atmosphere of amputation. Jesus, let me release this word. In the process of becoming, I adopted the atmosphere of amputation. I convinced myself that now I can no longer move. Because I lost my legs, I adopted the atmosphere of amputation. I felt like when people looked at me, all they could see was what I lost. I felt like when people saw me, they could see that I lost my job. They could see that I lost my loved one. They could see that I lost my mind. They could see that I lost my confidence. They could see that I lost my self-esteem. They could see that I lost my identity in the process of becoming, and I lost my legs and I adopted the atmosphere of amputation. I decided that I could no longer go. I decided that I could no longer move. I decided that I could no longer progress in the process of becoming. I lost my legs. And when I lost my leg, I said, this is it for me. I gotta stay in this place. I can no longer walk. I can no longer run. I can no longer be valuable. I can no longer be appreciated. I can no longer be who I was destined to be. But when we adopt the atmosphere of amputation, we forget that all things are passed away. God has shifted us to a place where he said, baby, you don't need legs in the sky. I'm trying not to run. He says, what you need legs for when you flying? Do you understand that when you look at an airplane in the sky, you see nothing but wings? Man, there was they used to say when you made a goal, when you shot basketball, nothing but net, but I'm going to say nothing but wings. Isn't it funny that I got on this dress today looking like wings, and they shall mount up as wings. He didn't say as legs as eagles. He said as wings as eagles. And so when we shift into the atmosphere of acceleration, when we operate in the evolution of elevation, I don't need legs, I need wings. Can somebody just put that in the comments and shift? I need you to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I don't need legs, I need wings. See, listen, the Bible tells us we'll faint, we'll run and get weary sometimes. sometimes. We'll walk and but listen, if I mount up with my wings, I can soar, I can fly, I can elevate above the gossip, I can elevate above my past, I can elevate above mistakes, I can elevate above my own humanity. I don't need legs. See, I need wings. And so I declare and decree. Listen, we got an amazing announcement to make, but I just got to prophesy in this atmosphere. No longer will we adopt the atmosphere of amputation. You thought you needed that to survive. You thought you needed him to be whole. You thought needed that place, that money, that job, that position, those contacts, those people, their hookup, their approval. You thought you needed those legs to be able to go to the next level. But in this place where I am right now, I don't need legs. I need wings. I'm tired of walking anyway. My feet hurt anyway. This the wrong size shoe anyway. In this level where I am, Tracy done pushed me into the prophetic. I I need to say I'm okay with losing my legs. See, that's what I'm okay with losing the thing I thought. The Bible says on Christ, the Bible don't say this, the hymn says this, on Christ the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. I didn't need those legs anyway. Listen, I don't need legs. And I was so busy complaining. God, give me that man back. Give me my friend back. Give me that job back. Give me that back. No, listen, in this, he's trying to tell you, listen, you don't need legs because you got wings. I need y'all to see that there has been a prophetic pivot. And if we're still, and I said this a couple of weeks ago, I said, if y'all will do me a favor and stop mourning for dead things. Listen, you still mourning for dead, old things, but I miss my legs. Why do I need them when I have wings? Well, didn't Tracy say that when the butterfly needs nourishment, when the butterfly needs to make connections, it uses its wings to lower down, get what it needs, and then it elevates right back up. Stop mourning for old things. Old things have passed away. And so a lot of the reason why we can't operate in the new is because we're still mourning for old things. Listen, the legs have left. Man, I don't know who that was for. I done got a whole sermon up here. I just need y'all to hear that the legs have left. Those people y'all was depending on, I'm just waiting for them to like me. I'm just waiting for them to come help me. I'm just waiting for them to support me. I'm just waiting for them to say I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for them to appreciate me. I'm just waiting for them to give me permission. Listen, the legs have left. The legs have left. And so old things have passed away. Listen, thank you for what you did. I appreciate you for the time you had in my life. I'm not mad at you. Thank you for the time. I love the memories. I will forever love you, but I will no longer be indebted to you because old things have passed away. And so may the Lord watch between me and you while we are absent one from another. The legs have left. Sometimes the reason, I don't know who this prophecy is for, but the reason why the legs left is because God said you were leaning on the legs. Y'all better hear that. You wouldn't even exercise your wings. You wouldn't even mount up like an eagle because you were dependent upon so he let the legs leave. The people you thought was going to walk you to the next level, the people you thought was going to walk you into your purpose, the job you thought that was going to walk you into wealth. Now the legs, who is this for? Have left, and he allowed the legs to leave because he needed to prove to you that you've got wings. See? Man, why do y'all think I'm always prophesying to the wind? The Bible says in Psalm that God walks on the wings of the wind. Listen, the legs have left because I'm on the wings of the wind. I don't need legs. It's got wings. So in this new season that we're in, sheesh, man, it's done turned into a whole revival, y'all. It's listen, it's a Monday night. I dropped mics on Monday. I don't really know what y'all think I put on all this, got all cute because I was just, no, y'all was gonna get it. So the legs have left because God is trying to shift me into the winds. I need wings if I'm going to shift into the winds, if I'm going to mount up as eagles, the winds. I need wings. And so I just want us to get to a place where we're able to release those old things. I forgive those people. I disconnect from those dead end relationships. I dismiss those detrimental decisions. My past has passed. Old things have passed away. I forgive myself for flunking, for falling out. I have to press towards the mark of the high calling. The legs have left. And so I've got to reconcile my reality. All things have become new. So this is a season, man. This is a season. If this has blessed y'all, and if you are walking into your new season, can I see some ones in the comment section? We're in a season of new. This is the season of new. I'm in a season of new everything. I want new everything. I'm tired. I want new relationships. I need new connections. I want new language. I want new wardrobe. Listen, I've been doing new everything. New hair, new lashes, new lipstick, new office furniture, just new everything for me. Old things have passed away, and behold, that means wait, stop. Something just shifted. Old things have become new, and so declare and decree, I'm in a season of new. Woo! I'm in a season of new. I'm in a season of new. God is doing something. Sophia said it, I think, the other night, and I said it. The Bible says, behold, I'm doing a new thing. You don't see it. You can't see this new. Do you not see? You don't see this new thing? God, everybody leaving me, and I can't seem to hold up, because behold, I'm doing a new. You don't comprehend this. Can it not spring forth? There's newness in you, and it's not manifested because you still looking for your legs. Listen, I'm gonna be on that one for a minute, but behold, all things have become new. And so I've got to recognize new when it comes. I've got to not look at new like it's an enemy. I've got not to be afraid of new, because all things are becoming new. It's a new season. It's a new realm. It's new everything, new wealth, new health, new boldness, new wholeness. All things are become new. I'm in a season of new. I'm in a season of new. And so I declare and decree new. I declare and decree that some of you all are operating in new realms. You're going to be operating. You're going to have new connections. You're going to have new ideas. You're going to have new creativity. You're going to have new manifestations. Old things are passed away. It's not that the old was bad, but the new wine is better. You can't put, an apostle said it on the first night. He says, you trying to put new wine in old vessels. No, you need new vessels for this new wine. Old things are passed away. So I declare and decree over everybody, over the sound of my voice, that new everything. New everything. Listen, new everything. I'm in a season. I'm going to take that word, and y'all should post it everywhere y'all got. I'm in a season of new. Listen, I'm in a season. What you doing? Why would you even new everything? I'm in a season of new. Old things have passed away. I'm in a season of new. God, do a new thing. You have permission to do a new thing. You have permission to do something new in my mind. You have permission to do something new in my ministry. You have a permission to do something new in my marriage. You have permission to do something new in my money. You have permission to do a new thing. Old things have passed away, and old. I'm in a season of new. Man, I don't hardly, and I gotta say it like I'm from the country, I don't hardly know what to do with myself at this point. Old things have passed away, and behold, all things are become new. I'm so grateful for this time that we've spent. I've already, you guys were such a blessing, and my spiritual father was such a blessing the first night on Saturday night, and my sister Sophia Ruffin was just a phenomenal powerhouse on last night, and my team, my close personal team that I work diligently with every day came. They not only did they look beautiful, but they dropped bombs that I had no idea what they were going to say. I told them, don't tell me, tell the people. And they have just, I surprised themselves because they operated in such an elevated level of authority and wisdom and boldness and clarity that they didn't even realize that even them, they became new. I saw new on them. And since we're in the season of new, this is my world premiere I've been talking about forever. I'm so excited to get ready to introduce something to you all, and because all things are become new. I've been, those of you guys that have been following my teaching, those of you all that have been connected with me for a long time, y'all know that I've been talking about this evolution of elevation. Y'all know that I've been talking about shifting, and how God has been taking me through this process of transitioning, and this process of shifting into the next level. And so I have something that I am just so excited to present to you all. Now, let me just say, thank y'all all that are here. But now this part is for the ladies. Now, if you're a guy, stay on because if you want to, because it might be something for your wife or your sister or your aunt or your mom. Because this is, I've been waiting. Like y'all, I'm so excited to make this world premiere tonight. But as we've been talking tonight, there are some themes that have stood out for me. I've seen strategy. I've seen sisterhood. I've seen Tracy has been on. I've seen sisterhood. I've seen structure. I've seen security. I've seen all of these things that have happened, and so I'm excited. Look, I'm just pulling my hair out. I'm so excited. I gotta let my hair down for this because I said this is the new, and I gotta get us ready because this is what we're doing tonight. This is our world premiere, and I've just been so excited about this for the ladies. A couple of things that we're going to do. I'm going to make an amazing announcement. We're going to put it on social media as soon as we're done with this. But I've been working on something along with my team for the last few months. We've been working very diligently behind the scenes. The Lord gave me something very unusual in a very unusual time, in a very unusual capacity. And let me just say, this prophetic pioneering event was not just for y'all. It was for me. Y'all saw me ready to run every night. I was taking all the prophecies for myself. I was taking all of the words for myself. Like, you get what you wanted to get, but I took it all for myself. And that's right, as I should. And I took it for me. And so one of the things that, and we can't see all of the comments, y'all. I know it's a bunch of y'all, but it's a few of us. So it just, all we see like is a lot of blurred lines. So if you guys see something, we'll try to, if we can, go back later if we're able to see. But the Lord gave me something that to present and to posture the pioneers. That's why this whole event was about prophetic pioneering. Now I gotta say something, because this is the time. Last night when I met with the women at midnight, it was like at 11:30. We was on midnight. We were up at midnight. I was saying that sometimes when the Lord starts shifting us out of our comfort zone, it starts making, fear tries to come in, and doubt tries to come in, and insecurity tries to come in, and anxiety tries to come in. But I've been telling you guys, somebody said, these ladies are Forbes listers. I received that for every one of us. Forbes, we on the way. And so when he pulls us into this place, I was saying last night, sometimes we get in our feelings. Now this isn't because my assignment changed. One thing y'all know about Dr. E, I've been doing things all year for everybody. This event was completely free. There are a lot of sessions and trainings that I do for pennies on the dollar at times. But the Lord told me that 2021. I'm sorry. The Lord told me that 2021 was a season of elevation, and that for women, listen to me, for kingdom women, 2021 is going to be there's going to be a mantle of momentum. There's going to be an opportunity. I've been seeing it. And I'm just going to be honest. So let me open up this presentation by giving this word. In January, the last week of January, I was in Wilmington, and the Lord had me to release a word, and it was when He started talking to me about the winds of wealth, the winds of wealth, and I was like, "What is the winds? The winds of wealth?" So I started prophesying the winds of wealth, and immediately people start having me to show up in their wealth conferences. Was the oddest thing in the world, and I would prophesy to these women that I didn't know initially. And they've been coming back to me, giving me the words that since I've spoken certain words, since I've positioned certain things, they've made seven figures. One it was one of the finalists for Beyonce did a grant to minority women in business. One just got put on, all kind of big industries, just winds of wealth. I mean, every single person I prophesied to, and the Lord allowed me to realize that there was a mantle that went along with this winds of wealth, and that I was supposed to start putting something together to position kingdom women who were ready to operate at the next level. Now, again, this doesn't mean that I'm going to demonize it, because it's not anything that I can be a part of now. But what it does say is, let me see what I need to do to get myself together, because that gives me something to operate or to reach for and to go to. And so with that being said, I'm going to share my screen and make an announcement that I have opened up a club. Now, before y'all go to cussing and saying Dr. E then lost her sanctified mind, it ain't no club. It ain't no club like that. Y'all ain't coming in on no poles and dancing and dropping it like it's hot. I'm not talking about that kind of club. Now, just bring that in, y'all. But Dr. E has opened up a club. That's right. It's a new mantle. And this club is for kingdom women who are ready to operate in health and wealth and boldness and in wholeness. This club is for women who might have felt their whole lives like they were never a part of the cool girls club. This club is for women who always kind of felt ostracized, who felt like they were judged because they were smart, or because they weren't smart enough, or judged because they were pretty or not pretty enough, or they were nerdy, or they were not just all the, who is that? Because that was me. I was a bookworm, had my good Jerry curl and my bifocals, baby. I was not a part. That's y'all. Okay, this is the right crew. I was just not a part of the cool girls club. Like, I was nerdy. Y'all already know we was at church. I was at a Pentecostal church. We was wearing blue jean skirts and tennis shoes. Like, we ain't had the cool girl stuff. Like, that's just not who I was
In
able to
church
do.
crew, I need to be the
I think
maid
somebody
stuff
has
too. The
need to
bread.
Ebony and okay, that's y'all. Okay, so I was never a part of the Cool Girls Club, and so because of that, I recognize that a lot of us, that's y'all. I see y'all in the comments. That's y'all who called me Apostle E. There y'all go. Because of that, I wasn't part of the Cool Girls Club. It opened up this atmosphere of isolation and rejection, and the Dr. Cantor party in the club, and so I wanted to create something for Kingdom Women. Now, let me just say this. Kingdom women, especially those of you all that are operating and walking in elevated places, I couldn't just create a club that was coming. Man, I almost ran. Y'all worked more than that. So if you looking for something that's just no, I couldn't. What? Listen, y'all don't see this bling. Y'all don't see this. Y'all don't see these women showing up like folks. We had to shift, and so I wanted to create a club for kingdom women who are operating at the next level, but who recognize that there are some things that we need. We need sisterhood. We need some strategies. We need support. We need our sanity. We need style. We need safety. And so I wanted to create a space, a club that we could come to, and not just one of those, you know how folks create stuff, and even us with coaching programs, it's transactional. So you get something, we get something. But I wanted to create something that was transformational, which meant this is not just a club you can love it or leave it. This is a club that stays with you, that walks with you for all of 2021, that you can come to it and get everything you need. What if there was a place where at whatever level of entrepreneurship, whether it was you are aspiring, this is what I want to do, but I don't really know everything I'm supposed to do yet. I'm not really sure. I got a lot of questions. Or what if you were emerging? I just kind of started operating into this new mantle of marketplace or ministry. Or what if you were even established? You said, listen, I have business, I'm overwhelmed a lot of times. I'm all over the place. What if there was a place that you could go where you could get strategy, where you could get systems, where you could get your style on, where you could be healthy and be taught about healthy, where they would help you with your marketing, where you would get therapy, where you would get clarity, where you would be refined in your leadership, where you would get the language of the learned, where you could fix your finances. What if there was a place just for you? And somebody said, please let this be virtual. It's virtual. So here we go. I'm about to share the screen and introduce to y'all, not just the club, but our club. And so introducing, tell me when y'all can see. All right, there it is. Can y'all see? Introducing the club. This is our club, and it's called our K Club. The K, can you guess? It's for kingdom. But the K is also, it represents money. Our K Club. This is a premium online community for kingdom women in business. So whether you're established, aspiring, I see y'all in the comment section. Y'all better bring it. This is for kingdom women desiring to walk in wealth, in health, in wholeness, and in boldness. But wait, there is more. What exactly is our K Club? Well, imagine an exclusive virtual society, cultivated community. There's cultivation, there's communication, cohesiveness, consideration, confidence, currency, and commitment. A place where you get clarity, strategy, leadership training, therapy, fitness classes, style and fashion support, and so much more. Stop imagining and join the club. This is our club. So here's what you get in this club. This is a place where, like I said, women who've not been a part of the club, you can come in and get support. You can come in and get information, skills, accountability, and the sisterhood that you've always wanted. There's private community access, private communication and support, which means that we're all will be able to connect with one another. Live virtual monthly group power sessions with me. Oh, every single month, the founder's address. I'm coming in and I'm going to drop all the mics. That's what the club is all about. Access to our private, now look at this, private progressive curriculum in the K Club. We have our own university. It's called K Club U, and it's our virtual institution of kingdom advancement. Ooh, that's that language of the learn. And in that kingdom advancement institution, you'll get worksheets, you'll get webinars, you'll get course assessments, materials in every area from finance to strategy and leadership and much, much more. Every single week in this club, somebody, one of the beautiful women that you've met tonight, along with some of our special guests, will come in and watch this. Y'all ain't heard of nothing like this. We'll come in teaching aerobics. We'll come in doing style and fashion sessions. We'll come in doing leadership training. We'll come in doing group therapy. Listen, this the kind of stuff I needed for me a long time ago. In this club, you will have access. We're going to have our own retreat. What's a club without annual retreats? We trying to get, our own, you remember members only jacket? We trying to get our own jacket. And so in this club, you will get access to premium one-on-one sessions with these team experts. When you feel like, all right, I've been in this club for a while now, let me talk to, can I meet with the stylist? Can I meet with the communications person? Can I bring the leadership? Can y'all make sure? I think that your microphone needs muting. Can you guys make sure that all the mics are muted? Because I think we're grabbing feedback. Hold on, guys, just a second. Yeah, Jessica, if you guys can, yeah, just make sure we mute them all. And so here it is. Y'all met them tonight. Who you get in this club? Here's their official: Jessica Turner, business manager and wealth strategist; Dr. Tracy Knighton, licensed therapist and counselor; Dr. D. Bell Williams, leadership development trainer; Marcia Brown, our communication strategist; Shauna Moore White, health and wellness strategist and a registered nurse; Vernell Marshall, administrative strategist; Meredith Rucker, our creative strategist and graphic designer; and Ebony Kearns, our fashion and beauty consultant and stylist. Listen, Kingdom Women are prophetic pioneers. Jessica, I think you're unmuted again. They're trailblazers. They're leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners, creatives, speakers, coaches, fire starters, forerunners. But truth, sometimes they're alone, misunderstood, overwhelmed, ostracized, and disconnected. But sisterhood, y'all. We need accountability. We need access to resources, a safe place to release. We need to be able to come together and celebrate each other, support each other, connect with each other, elevate each other. Our K Club is that place. This has all of that. It's a place to understand and build wealth. It's a place of emotional and psychological healing. It's a place for training and development. It's a place of sisterhood and support. We're inviting you to the club, our club. So if this club is for me, if you're a woman in business, if you're a woman that's a ministry leader, an entrepreneur, either aspiring, emerging, or established, if you're a creative, if you're a speaker, if you're an author, if you're an influencer, if you're a mentor, if you need resources, if you need clarity, if you need support, educations in the areas of strategy, finance, leadership development, team building, counseling and therapy, administrative help, time and project management, health and wellness, style and fashion, marketing and communications, and personal and spiritual development. If you are ready for accountability, engagement, instruction, productivity, and results, this is your tribe. So again, this club has everything. We have the progressive curriculum with video trainings, with materials and course assessments. There's a private community where we can engage and interact with other women, live weekly group sessions that our team will lead with special guests, training, therapy, workshops, exercise classes, money management, strategy sessions, and access to one-on-one sessions with our team experts. Not to mention our private retreat. This is for you. You've never seen and you've never been in a club like this that will shift you in your impact and your influence. And guess what? In your income. Now watch this. This is a big thing. That other K represents wealth. I'm going to be teaching you, and I've been so excited. This year, I've actually been able to be a multiple six-figure earner. And I always say that somebody has to win to give the rest of us the strategy. And so I'm going to be providing courses with strategy on how to monetize your message and expand your influence so that you can increase your income. Jessica is a wealth strategist. She's going to give you information on how to obtain, maintain, and sustain your wealth. Dr. Tracy understands that your wealth can't shift until your mind shifts, and she's going to give you insight about your internal interruptions that stop you from getting into your wealthy place. Shauna realizes that wealth is not just limited to money. If you're not healthy, you can't be wealthy. What's the point of having the money if you're not healthy enough to enjoy it? Dr. D understands that with wealth comes responsibility. How are we able to take information and instruction? How are we able to operate as leaders if we don't have the right training, if we're not using integrity and operating in confidence? Marcia understands that you're going to attract what you articulate, and so she'll help facilitate the language of the learned. Meredith understands that you can't monetize your message without repositioning your package. She says all of the time you've got to realize that even your marketing, your brand, it has a voice, there's a language. And so she's going to help you with what I'm calling the prestige of presentation and perception. And so sometimes you have the treasure on the inside, but that wrapping kind of poor. She's going to help you with that packaging. Ebony understands that your confidence attracts. Somebody feel like running. I know that's the truth. Ebony understands that your confidence attracts currency. If you are confident, you're going to make some money. But listen, that confidence starts on the outside, but it's manifested starts on the inside, but it's manifested on the outside. So many people are saying, Dr. E, I love your style. How do you know what? Listen, she's going to be teaching us what kind of stuff we need to wear for our body shape. She's going to tell us what we need on underneath. She's going to help us learn about colors and how they match with our skin tone. How do we go from evening to nighttime? And listen, Fernell is going to show us that there's no way you can sustain your success if you don't have systems. If you don't have, some of us don't understand what back office management is. We don't understand that there has to be calendars and there has to be processes and there has to be time management and project management. And so these ladies, we've assembled the team to come together for this. Now listen, y'all know I say this all the time. You can't lead from the lobby. You can't lead from the lobby. And so again, that penthouse perspective comes when we allow ourselves to shift to the next level. Now I gotta say this, elevate it. If you want to evolve into elevation, it's going to require everything has to elevate: your associations, your articulation, your assessments, and your action. Now, y'all know doggone well, all this stuff I presented tonight not going to cost you no pennies. I hope that we already understand and already been getting in our minds that this is an investment. It's funny that and Jessica is our business manager, so she can attest to this. In the last just 30 days, we've spent $30,000 to $40,000. I mean, we've sent off $10,000 and $11,000 at a time. We have invested into single. We hired, and listen, all of this is protected. We hired an attorney to make sure that anything that's said in these sessions are confidential. That this stuff is protected. We've hired people to handle the marketing. We've hired people to make sure that everything, all of the privacy protocol, all of the things, we made sure that we've sold into it at a high price. I literally sold at an elevated level. And so I'm not asking you, I went into a business and I had to put out some money, not at a quarter of what we're going to be, asking you all that want to be a part of it to invest. But I just want you guys to know I lead from the front. Let me just go ahead. I lead from the front. But if this sounds like some, and of course, we got to pay all these folks. All of that, these people are professionals. But all of this, and again, we talked about the 8 core values, and you'll hear more about this when you are ready to join. Y'all see how bomb this is? Yeah. Listen. Somebody asked the question. So thank you for asking it. Those of you guys that join this club, yes, we're not just having a virtual party. Our induction ceremony, we all putting our clothes on, and I'm breaking out. We gonna break out our robes and our hats because we got to get on our doctoral stuff, because we actually are inducting. We gonna be in evening gowns, and we're gonna have our black tie affair, and then we're gonna induct y'all into the club. And so this is not like we're not playing with this. Like, it's gonna be, everything is next level. Y'all already know who I am, but just so that's right. When you pay something, you appreciate and value it more. But I just want you guys to understand that when I worked for one of the largest nonprofit organizations in the world, I was a part of its first global capitalization campaign. I actually was the person that secured the first $1 billion donor. I've created communication systems and strategies for nonprofits, for churches, for civic organizations, for individuals. I've helped them, and I've helped grow my brand nationally and internationally. So I want you guys to know that even when I created my first institute, it has already seen over 2.2K people that have come through it. It made 6 figures in the first 5 months. And so this framework that we are developing this club from, it's not because it's a great idea. The people that are here, Shauna's 17 years in the health industry. Tracy is a licensed therapist. Dee has a doctorate in education. These women, all of these women are certified and qualified. And guess what? They all kingdom. I think that's the part that makes me want to run. They're going to give you spiritual strategies for supernatural success. So here it is. This is the investment. All of that, I'm talking about aerobics, therapy, health and wellness, nutrition, communication strategy, is only going to be $497 a month. But here's the thing. Some of you all, if you want to invest and treat yourself to your early Christmas present, go ahead and just pay it all in. Who said? Somebody already said I'm in. Man, y'all gonna make me run. Invest invest in yourself. You can you use your business account? Listen, who you're in? Yes, you can. Listen, this is our club. I will tell you this: if you come in for the year, the reason you get that big discount, you save almost $1,000. You get 2 months free, and there's a bonus masterclass that somebody's talking about. Where's the link? I'm about to give it to y'all now. And so there's no long-term commitment. However, if you join, you've got to commit to 3 months, because that's what we do. We jump in and we jump out. But when you get into this club, you come in and you commit to 3 months, because you need to give yourself time to be acclimated, to learn, to grow, to stress. Thank y'all. To stretch yourself. But after your 3 months, you can get in and get out when you want. But it ain't no way you coming into a club this cool and not wanting to be in it. So the link to join the club, I love that y'all in. But wait, before I tell y'all that, it's going to be on the website, but I just want you to know these are real life people who LaShell has millions of followers. She's done YouTube videos with millions of views. But when she came to me, she said, I needed clarity and strategy. And I showed her how to monetize different parts of what she did. And now she actually has coaching programs. Burina, who is a certified trichologist, she went from 10,000 months to 24K months. And when I did her launch, she made 6 figures. She was able to do over $100,000 when she did her first launch. Julie, who is a realtor and a finance and career coach, says that the first time in her first 2 months working with me, she doubled what she made for the entire 12 months of 2019. To date, she's already made 4 times this year than she did all of last year. Jamaica came to me and there were some things. She was the one, she was great on the inside and needed it manifest on the outside. She said she started with a tag along mentality. Now she's leading from the front, new house, new job, new everything. So I want y'all to understand that when people come, this is what they get. And so how do you sign up? www.rkclub.com. We want you all to lose your legs and gain your wings tonight by investing into us. And so you guys, here's what we're going to do for those of you all that might have questions. There's a link that you can hit on this. You can go to the place that says go to the lounge. We're going to come sit at the table to you guys. We're going to sit at the table with you guys. We don't put a price on the Lord. That's right. This price is for our club. So this is the investment that we make on this. So this is what we learned. Remember the Lord your God, he gives us power to obtain wealth. And so the site, they're saying the site is part, hold on, the devil is a whole liar. We can refresh it. It's let me make sure, because I want you guys to know it's can one of my team members make sure that it is up? It says it's live. I'm looking in the comments. Y'all got it? Can you guys see it? I just want to make sure that you guys can access it. Yes. Can you go to kclub.com and make sure? Yes. Okay, great. Somebody said, so maybe refresh it because it does say that it is live. So we're going to make sure, and I have my admin, she's just making sure that it's refreshing. So here's what we're going to do. It says, and you refreshed. Okay. So I'm going to have my admin, she's going to make sure that it is open for you guys. But what we want you guys to do, because they had to hide it for a second, to make sure we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna have my admin check it. It does say, it does say that we're live. Okay, so what we're gonna do, it says save changes, so that should take us in. Yep. Let's see. So for Nell, she's going to go check. But before you guys go click it, here's what we're going to do. We're going to, it's live and active. Awesome. So we're going to come into the lounge area for you guys. It's live now. Awesome. We're going to come into the lounge area with you guys that may have some questions. And we're going to come sit at y'all's table and talk to you all. So that you guys understand how to if you have any more questions about it or kind of just want to talk to the You guys got it? Okay, great. If you guys want to talk to any of us, take a table. If you're on your computer, your laptop, you can go to the lounge area. So I'm going to click take a break. That means you can go to the lounge and you can sit at a table. And one of us, we're coming to the tables to talk to y'all. So if you're interested, for those of you all that are not interested, listen, tell somebody about it. Send them the RK Club link. I'm going to make an official post on Facebook in just a second. But we're going to go to the table. We're going to take a break. This is the conclusion of our event. I thank all of you guys that are here. But we're going to come. Thank y'all so much for this great feedback. Y'all just make my heart sing. But we want you guys, if you're on a computer, there is, when I hit take a break, it's going to have lounge. And you guys come to the lounge and it'll tell you to sit at a table. And we're going to come sit at the table. This was amazing. That's what I was going to ask. I already asked you if you guys enjoyed it, but thank y'all so much. I pray that this club is something that helps cultivate us and take us to the next level. So we're going to go to the lounge, but let me just say, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he give you peace and peace. All right, y'all, we will see you.